Hello once again, my watchers of Doctor Who. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm. And I just, in the last 5 seconds, finished watching Doctor Who, The End of Time Part 1. This is the 3rd episode in the David Tennant series. It is an hour long, and it is amazingly good. Starts off David Tennant as the Doctor once again, and for his second to last episode, his penultimate episode, and he once again is very good. This is much more of a serious episode. It starts off very casual for him. He's kind of all joking, kind of just living it out like a guy who knows that he's gonna die, and it becomes very serious very quickly. John Sim returns as the Master, and he once again does a very good job. We last saw him at the end of, I believe, season 3, with Martha Jones and the Doctor being really old and all this cool stuff. So he has been regenerated. That's how that happens in first 10 minutes ish of the episode, and so that's how he comes back. And if you remember at the very end of season 3, when the Doctor burned the Master's body, someone picked up the ring that had a part of the Master's soul in it, and that's how he comes back. He does a very good job as the Master and does his whole crazy routine very well. Bernard Cribbins, he's our third main character, and he portrays Wilfred Mott, who is Donna's grandpa. He's kind of really cool old guy who was a soldier, and he's just a very understanding, nice person, and he basically starts out wanting to just see the Doctor again, talk about something that's been going on, and he becomes actually one of the main characters, and essentially the Doctor's companion in this episode, which is really cool to see. As for the plot starts out, Doctor gets a message from one of the Ood, and he goes to the world of the Ood, and he is told that the Master is going to be coming back, and as a result of this, the end of time will happen. So he races back to Earth, and that's where the story basically takes place. The Doctor, his portrayal of craziness and basically insanity after his rebirth is very interesting because he portrays it really well. He's a guy who's essentially very, very hungry all the time, and you see him kind of portrayed as his lowest low, and it's very interesting to see him, especially when he's in the presence of the Doctor, the guy who was basically responsible for the end of his first life. I'm going to talk about the ending to the episode after the credits, so stay tuned to that, just like with the last 2 days. Definitely really good episode. It sets up the finale very, very well with its ending, which I'm going to talk about soon, and I definitely recommend watching it. If you watch the first episodes, it brings back the prophecy thing. That's kind of the main focus for a bit of this. And so, yeah, that is my review. Definitely enjoyable. Enjoyed it a lot. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. And yeah, stay tuned for after the credits for my talk of the ending. As always, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, my good people, Alonze. Okay, and if you are still watching, you are wanting to see my talk of the end of Doctor Who, David Tennant Specials, The End of Time, Part 1. And essentially, seeing that the Master has basically took over the human race, that was a big thing. It sets up basically something which has not been done before. Species have taken over the human race, but they have not essentially wiped out the human race. So that was really interesting thing to see, and I'm excited to see how the Doctor is able to deal with that in the next episode. Also, Donna, her presence in this episode is actually really cool, and just the fact that she's starting to remember at the very end of the episode, it'll be very interesting to see what happens, if she will indeed die, or if she will be okay and be able to help the Doctor, and if he'll have to erase her memory again, or what will happen with that. And then at the very, very end, the showing of the Time Lords and an image of Gallifrey, and just kind of portraying them as the bad guys almost, because they want to bring about the end of time, as far as I could tell. And that's a really interesting thing. I would like to see either a movie or a TV show or something which tells about Gallifrey before the Dalek War or the Time War. Just get a sense of who these people are and that type of stuff. I don't know if there is anything out on that or not. If there's a book or anything, comment below if you know of anything like that, and that would be lovely. But yeah, definitely really enjoyed the ending. About to start up part 2, which I'll probably review tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it. Go and watch part 2 if you haven't already. Yeah, like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. That'd be lovely. And as always, my good people, my name is Pell. This is coming from my college dorm. And as always, Alonze.